guys, welcome back to Cooking with the Frisbees. Seed starting day.
For fall.
For fall, yeah. So we did this previously for our spring and summer garden. It was much more enjoyable outside as it was not 90 degrees and 100% humidity. However, at least being under here, it gives us a little bit of shade. So this is literally the same steps, just different seeds. So I'm actually a little bit behind, thank you COVID, but we're gonna go ahead today and start with our brassicas, those being our cauliflowers and cabbages. So today I'm planting or seeding cauliflower, broccoli, baby bok choy, regular bok choy, and Brussels sprouts. So the other thing we're doing differently this time, the last time I used these little trays to start our seedlings in, which is perfectly fine and they work really well. But I found that I had to transplant them. So this time we're starting with a little bit deeper cut. These are really durable, like way more durable than these flimsy ones.
They weren't cheap, but...
No, but these, I mean, I'll be using these for a long time to come. And they have really great drainage at the bottom too. So I'm gonna do 8 starters for every type that I'm doing. I have all my little markers already written out. Again, remember I use pencil on these, and then when I'm done with them, I take them upstairs in the sink, use a little bit of dishwashing liquid, and the pencil comes right off and I can reuse them over and over again. So, again, we're starting the same way. I have the burpees seed starting mix. And the reason why you want to use a seed starting mix rather than just a regular potting mix is because it's ultra fine. So if you can look here, you'll see how fine it is. It's literally, there's no big chunks in it. And now this one's already been wet through. So got it nice and moist to the point where you can make almost like a little snowball with it. And I'm just gonna go through and fill up all of these cups, and then I'll go back through, put all my labels in, and then I'll start sowing my little seeds. See you in a few. Let me get a picture. So tiny.
I'm recording. Sorry about the fan noise, guys, but it is so humid out here today. It's not even funny.
Oh, the mosquitoes are just eating me alive.
I guess we could have done it inside, but well, the basement is less humid.
Less humid, but it's really dark. Like, it would be really hard for me to see in there. Look how tiny these are.
Those are really tiny seeds.
Thank God for fingernails. So this is broccoli. I already planted the cauliflower. And you don't plant these very deep. So all I did was I used the top of a pencil just to poke a little hole in the center. And then I floated a couple of seeds per hole and then just patted them closed. So hopefully...
Well, we have more to plant for the fall, right? It's just, these are the ones that we have to get started.
These are the ones we have to get started. Some stuff we're gonna plant direct sow into the garden bed. So beets, carrots, all that, they go directly into the garden bed. Same thing with the peas. I'm doing 2 different kinds of peas, sugar snap peas and English peas, the peeling kind of peas. So hopefully those are closer to the end of August. So we have these, and then my leafies, so lettuce, kale, spinach, all those are gonna be planted. I am gonna start them from seeds for 2 reasons. One, because we'll do a garden tour. We still have quite a bit of growing left, so I don't wanna disrupt and amend those beds just yet. This way I can go ahead and get them started and then just transplant them once I have been able to amend my garden and figure out where everything's gonna go too. I don't quite know yet. But yeah.
Is this on the list upstairs, the project list?
Seedlings?
Yeah.
No.
We don't get to check it off. So
This
guys,
was not.
while Beth was doing that, I was inside setting back up our seed starting tower, or rack, I guess is what you would call it, because I had taken it apart. I had used other plugs for other things, which I just had to order another plug. The wireless plugs are great because Casa makes them, and I can actually set a schedule with them. I can actually ask Alexa to turn things on and off from anywhere in the house. So it took a while to get it set up, and there's another video that explains it much earlier on. I think it was like November last year we started that. So you can go look at it. But we got a lot to do. There's stuff to do off the project list today. I've got to go frame in the screen door upstairs, which isn't part of cooking and isn't part of Little Acorn Farm, but it's still on the list. So the fun part is you guys get to see us check that list off. And I think we've only got one thing checked off, and that's the mulch.
And the painting of the boards for the screening.
If there's enough. We may have to paint more of them. So we'll come back when we do a little garden tour, but this is Beth getting the fall. You can't even believe it. It's July 30th, and we are prepping for our fall winter garden. Can you believe that? Farming never stops. So we'll see you in a bit.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with the Frisbees. So today was seed starting day for our fall garden, but I figured I'd go ahead and give you an idea of what the last of our summer garden is looking like. So we've had crazy weather, super hot, super humid, lots of rainstorms. So we've had a lot of cracking on our tomatoes. But the good news is that these guys continue to produce, and these little cherry guys are the best. I've already started saving the seeds. So for any of them that crack or burst open, I go ahead, I bring them inside, wash them off, save the seeds, so that next year we can do it all over again. Oh my gosh, that one was so sweet. We have some storm damage where these guys have literally just broken off.
No need to cut that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the storms come through and just wreak havoc. It has been a very, very strange season.
Very strange. I'm gonna go ahead and tie that one up when we're done here. But so you can see we still have quite a few lovely tomatoes going on. The tomatoes, the one great thing about our tomatoes is, other than hornworms, I don't have a lot of pests, so I don't have to use any type of pesticide on them, which is why I can just come out here and take them right off the vine and pop them right into my mouth.
They're like the grapes of our garden.
They really are. I do have big boys, and I do have heirlooms. So far, I have yet to have any of them come to ripen without having any other issues with them. So I may just skip those cicadas. I may just skip the heirlooms next year. They tend to obviously have a little bit more problems with disease. I think because of all the nooks and crannies that they have.
Yeah, all those crevices just harbor.
Whereas the only issue I'm having with the big boys is just the splitting, and that's just from it being really dry and then a deluge of rain that just splits them wide open. So, but other than that,
everybody we've spoken to,
everybody has had a hard time in Georgia.
Tough season.
Yeah, a really tough season. Wow, I didn't notice this. Looks like our patty pans are not happy, really struggling. I might get one or two more out of them, but that'll probably be the end of it. These are our bell peppers. They didn't do great this year. I'm having a bug problem with them. I have to do some more research. Something gets in there and burrows a little hole in there, and then the whole thing just starts, you'll see this one here, and then it just starts to rot from the inside out. So it's extremely unfortunate, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. Here's our squash. This is a fun surprise. So we got borers again this year. I was on top of it very quickly. We also got the fungus, the white fungus as well. I went in, I've done 7 Dust, I've used neem oil, and they really are doing a little bit of a comeback. So I'm going to go ahead and keep them going for as long as I can. I just started learning how to pickle squash, so that'll be something new for us this year, and we'll see how it turns out. I did my first batch yesterday, so we'll see. Here we have some more tomatoes. These are literally from like the trimmings when I prune the other tomatoes, and I'll just plop them in here, and so far so good. This one actually has little tomatoes on it. This one has a couple tomatoes on it as well.
I think these get shaded in the afternoon, so they're only getting, I don't know, 6 hours of sun maybe?
Yeah, so they get less sun, but I mean, with as how hot as it is, I think it's actually helping them and not truly hindering them. So we'll see. We have our green beans on the other side, which they're doing okay. Some of them you'll see I'm leaving these on here so that they can dry up, and I can take the seed pods and save them for next year, because these truly are some of our favorites. But we have a couple more growing, so hopefully we'll get enough and I'll be able to have at least one more meal out of them. They seem to be liking a little bit of the shade. You see how they're growing over on the other side underneath the tree?
Yeah, I saw that.
So they're really seeking some shade. I don't blame them.
Oh, but it's just a hot summer.
Yeah, and then our watermelons. We've already had one that we brought inside and ate, and it was delicious. We have 2 more over here, and I think
that bottom one's ready.
I think this one is ready.
Yeah, that one's ready. If you knock on the top one, do it again so they can hear it. You hear the pitch difference?
Yeah.
So what they say is the lower pitch is closer to being ready, and that's a big watermelon. So
You want me to go ahead and pull
yeah,
it?
just go ahead and pick that.
Oh, and here's the tendril next to it.
Yep.
See how it's brown?
Yep.
So this guy is ready to go. Now I just have to figure out how to get him off the hammock. There we go. It's amazing what just a couple of days will do to your garden.
Oh my God.
That's a nice watermelon.
That's a nice watermelon.
Do we have any cucumbers going on?
We have one that's hanging right in the middle right there.
Oh, there's one. There
Yeah.
it is. Oh, that's ready.
Yep.
Something people don't know about cucumbers is that they actually have little spines on them. So when you first pick them out of the garden, until you bring them in and you wash the little spines off, they're very pricky. I don't like it. So yeah, it looks like this summer heat is really just getting to the cucumbers.
And that's what happened last year. It's been frustrating. A lot of our friends are like, "What are you doing that you still keep getting produce from your garden?" And we're like, "We're just out here every day taking care of it." And at one point, we actually used shade cloth over the tomatoes to keep the sun off of them.
Wow, this is a big one too.
I think knock on that one. I think that one's ready.
Not yet.
Not quite.
Not quite yet. Oh, there's another cucumber. We'll let him go. Let's go see what the eggplant's doing.
Hey Ben, you hot? I know your sister's up there barking to come out, but she chose to go in, so.
Okay, so for eggplant, we've had one, and it was very yummy. but it was maybe just a tiny bit green. So I wanted to wait a little bit longer for the next one that I pull. And, oh, I think this one is ready. Do you see the shine on it, the sheen in the sun?
Yeah.
That's what it says that it's ready to go. So since we're having lamb chops tonight, I think it would be fun to have some eggplant.
Why not?
There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
That's a nice looking eggplant.
So I'm excited. Should be good.
Should be. But there's a lot of eggplants over here, too.
There is a lot of eggplant. They're all still kind of, this one might be, I think this one might be ready too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I feel like that one's ready too. I'm gonna pull both of these.
Look at all these eggplants. Lots of eggplant back here. These did great back here.
Oh yeah. Makes me happy. You'll see my shoshito peppers are really red. We haven't been eating them as consistently. So I'm just kind of letting them go red on the vine. They really don't taste any different. But I guess I need to come
yellow
out.
one back there.
What yellow? Oh. I don't know. It's in the middle of between being red and green. That's funny. You know, what didn't do great is my jalapenos. I'm surprised. Last year I had so many.
We had a bumper crop of those last year.
I mean, they're still growing, so maybe I'll get some more.
And then the squash that you just threw back there.
Yeah, that's the zucchini, the leftover zucchini squash.
Who knows?
We'll see.
It's got flowers.
Yeah, we'll let it go for as long as it wants to grow. That's what I love about being able to plant indoors and start our seedlings. So I can just let all of this go for as long as it wants to continue growing. And then when it's done, we'll pull it, I'll amend the soil, and then I can replant my seedlings. So we get a great head start when we're starting our seedlings inside.
We're going up to the pots.
Sure.
Beth has to gather up all of her fruit.
Oh yeah.
My rose bushes just kind of petered out. I think the heat, I'll have to do some research on that.
There's our asparagus garden. We don't have any yet. It takes a couple of years to really get it going.
It'll come back.
But, oh, there's
look at that
cucumbers.
big cucumber sitting there.
Oh no. I need to pull that. I just ran out of hands.
Ran out of hands. We'll come back.
We'll come back.
A couple of good cucumbers there.
There you go.
Where's our little snake friend who lives under our stairs? He bit my boot a couple of weeks ago. I told him he could stay.
A naughty snake.
But if you bite me again, you're going.
Oof. It is warm outside.
It
so
really is.
Here we go. Oh, look, see?
Oh, there's a tomato.
That's
Ready for
just
picking.
Itching.
Yeah.
But you can see where the heat is literally just burning the plant up.
And this last year was the one that we had. If you go back and look at some of those videos, the plant was 10 feet tall. And now they're starting to grow again. I think as the days are getting shorter and the mornings are a little cooler.
Right. So, again, these are heirlooms, so I haven't gotten one yet. We'll give these guys a chance. Here's what happens when you get that kind of rain, when it just opens up like that. I mean, it just cracks them because there's this onslaught of moisture and rain. So we're gonna keep trying. There's always fried green tomatoes, right?
It's always that.
Look at this little guy.
Oh, love this one.
He's really flourishing. Oh yeah. I might have to make...
What the hell?
What is it?
It was a big old wasp. Like a hybrid wasp. Sorry guys, I'll have to cut that out. He was attacking the camera.
I might actually have to make a tomato salad because we have tons of these. We have more inside, and maybe make a little tomato and feta salad. That would be going nicely with our kind of Greek-inspired lamb chops and eggplant. So, yeah, so, I mean, oh look, there's more flowers on here. So maybe we'll still get some before it's all over. I'm hopeful, but not holding my breath.
Let's go show them your seed starts inside.
Okay. So, like I said earlier, we're doing all of our brassicas as a seed start inside in the hopes that by the time that I actually plant them outside, they'll not only be strong enough.
See the construction? I have to frame out a door for the deck.
So this is where we planted broccoli, cauliflower, 2 different kinds of bok choy, like a baby bok choy and then a regular head cabbage bok choy. I've only ever grown baby bok choy, so I wanted to see what a regular like head of bok choy would do. And then these are Brussels sprouts. So last year we had 4 Brussels sprout plants. This year I'm doing 8 in the hopes that at least 6 of them will take, because we didn't really get a ton of Brussels sprouts. So I'm hoping this year by A, starting them early, and B, growing more, that we'll have a better crop and actually be able to harvest and eat them. You might notice that there's 2 different types of dirt. I did run out of the seedling start. They're really fine. So I went to a potting soil. We'll see what happens. If I have to restart them, I have to restart them. But for right now, we'll see how it goes. It's a more dense, it's got more large pieces in it, and these seeds are so tiny that one little piece of bark could literally stunt that whole little seed from being able to sprout. So we'll see what happens though. I'm still hopeful. I'm gonna get some water into these. We've got the lights on. We do have the heating pads going. We want to be able to create that moist environment for them so that they can germinate and
fans are on,
grow.
Circulating air.
The fans right here are on so that it brings the airflow through. So that's what we did today, guys. Thanks for joining. See you soon.